marketing for AEON Bank. AEON Bank is a purely digital bank. It's an Islamic digital bank that is launched last year, May. So it's about 1 year old. So I think our customers are quite diverse, right? So we have customers who are there seeking deposits. So customers who are a bit more wealthy and they want to invest their money. And then we also have customers who are short of cash, per se. They want to take up loans, to help manage their finances. So we have a different set of profiles depending on the product that we have launched. So it's quite diverse, which is natural for a bank itself. What we are looking at is how we're going to reach out to different segmentations of customers across the traditional channels like push notifications and engagements, and through certain digital channels that we have as well. And these are the things that we are looking off as a bank, and this is one of the key challenges because the customer profiles that we have are also quite diverse. So again, we want to look to see how we can reach out to different set of customers with different set of profiles, because their user behavior will be very different as well. We also understand we are a digital bank, so a lot of the customers that we want to engage are also more tech savvy, sort of more of the younger audience between 20 to 45. Right? And also, we are also a very regulated industry, so we are only targeting specific customers that can fit the banking profiles. Like for example, at the moment, we don't take a lot of foreigners for the banks, or we can't take people outside of Malaysia, so it's going to be very geographic focus at the moment. So we're looking at ways we can really target the customers that will benefit from the products and how we can actually continue to engage them. So I think for us, when we're looking through a different CDEP tools that we want to look through, the one main thing that we're looking at is, do they have experience with other banks as well? Because personal data protection is very important with us, and MoEngage happens to fit some of the criteria that we have as well. And also they have been partnering with all the major digital banks in the region, gives us a little bit more assurance as well. As a bank itself, we also go through the standard tendering process. So we selected MoEngage based on their credential performances as well as also their commercials at the end of the day. Actually, to be honest, it's very easy on our side, to be fair, because we are also fortunate enough because the tech team is also sitting together in AEON Bank itself, and we don't outsource it. So the integration work can be done in a matter of weeks, which is very impressive. And also, we just started the bank in May, and we signed MoEngage maybe in March. And within 1 or 2 weeks, even before the bank is launched, we already have some of the basic necessities like EDM and PNs ready already. So it's just a good choice to actually go through MoEngage at the end of the day. I think one of the main things for banks, is the eKYC process, the onboarding of customers, right? And then what we understand, we can track through the journey from uploading your ICs, taking your photos, doing your FTV process. We can understand the dropout from each stages that we have, and then we can retarget the customers based on the stages of their dropout as well. For us, that is actually beneficial because before we implemented this strategy, when we're still ideation, when we're still experimenting during launch, the dropout rate for FTV can be high as 80 to 70%. And that's like out of maybe like 4 to 500,000 customers that we onboard, maybe 40 to 50 actually complete the FTV process. So there's a 450K pool that we can retarget using MoEngage based on the data that we've collated as well. So far, we experimented about 50,000 to 100,000 with conversion rate of 20 to 30% in addition to the existing one, which is actually beneficial in the bank in their effort to acquire more customers. Yeah, so I think the most effective one for us now is the EDMs that we're going to post out. And what really benefits them is when let's say we want to push out stamp programs to reward customers who are loyal to continue spending or transacting in the bank. We check their historical spending profile. If they have used, let's say, Zeus or T-Life vouchers frequently, we push it to them based on their historical spending history. That leads to better conversions at the end of the day. Whether it's we want them to spend more in the debit card that we have, or for them to complete the FTV process. So I think the basic personalization that we do is based on the person's personal preference in the app itself. So if the person's personal preference in the app is, let's say, Bahasa Melayu or English, then we tailor the contents to English or Malay accordingly. That leads to actually a better conversion in the basic A/B testings. about maybe 10 to 15% higher CTRs for those as well. And also a slight bump in terms of the conversions, in terms of the promos that we are pushing or the spending that we are pushing as well. We also, what do we do in addition to that? Yes, we also look through some of the campaigns that we do in terms of some of the words that we use, the choice of context that we use, and like certain words that we use like halal promotions, incentive, tend to drive more engagements for our customer base because we are a Sharia compliant bank. That also leads to a certain amount of bump in terms of for the subsequent A/B testing that we have done as well. I think the thing that's interesting to me is about how we can automate some of the cases that we're going to build moving forward. I think because we're just here for a year, we're still refining and building the cases and expanding the cases. I'm looking forward to how we can automate this and scale it and to drive more hyper-personalization to our customers as well. I'm also looking forward in terms of some of the AI tools that's already existing in MoEngage to help automate and scale while retaining the agile team that I'm currently maintaining as well. Actually, pretty good. They are pretty responsive. Unfortunately, when things doesn't happen well, let's say maybe 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning we have a crisis and we need certain things out and we need certain help, they are very responsive into our comments. And when we need certain help in terms of some of the use cases that we want to build across the bank, because we are launching like PF or personal financing or insurance product in the future, they have been very helpful so far in terms of facilitating some of the newly integrated efforts that's required.